Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of DevOps Motivation YouTube channel. And in today's topic, we'll see about DevOps roadmap. And this edition is for experienced folks. So if you haven't seen the beginner's version, you can check my previous videos. But this is for experienced folks. So we have this roadmap.sh, and it's a beautiful curation of all the different technologies that is required to get mastery of DevOps. So we'll see it one by one. So in the left side, you can see like the purple check. This is for personal recommendation or opinion, and the green check mark is for the alternate option, and gray is for order in roadmap, but not strict. Learn anytime. So we'll focus more on the purple check mark, which is like a must learn thing. So we'll start with the first, and like the yellow box is nothing but the actual concept which we need to learn. And we have the dotted lines connecting to these boxes, and we have the purple checkbox. So first, it is the learning a programming language, and the must learn would be like Python and Go. So if we want to learn more about Python, we just need to click this box, and we have another pop-up opening which is having the resources to learn that particular technology. So between Python and Go, start with Python, which is simpler to start, and also like we can have a good learning there. So once language is done, let's move on to operating system. And in Linux, we have Ubuntu or Debian, which is the player, and RHEL or its derivatives. And in Unix, we have FreeBSD. But for the starters, we can go with Ubuntu or Debian. And if you have some experience there, then you can move to RHEL or its derivatives. So once operating system is done, this is another important concept. Like we use terminal a lot in our day-to-day job. So learn to live in terminal. So that's a good saying. And we need to learn about process monitoring, performance monitoring, networking tools, and text manipulations. So what is process monitoring? If we click on that, we'll be having a good summary of it, and also like different commands explaining about process monitoring. Similarly, for the other concepts as well. And we need to learn about bash scripting, which will be very much useful to automate day-to-day tasks. And for editors, it can be either Vim or Nano or Emacs. So once terminal is done, like we can follow the line, and we have version control system, and Git is the popular VCS. And once that is done, the VCS hosting, which we have GitHub, and like this is a popular tool. Like you can create a new free account and then get started with GitHub. So once that is done, like this is on the reverse proxy, forward proxy, firewall concepts. And for the web server, we have Nginx, which is a good tool to learn. And we need to learn about caching server and load balancers as well. Coming to the containers, Docker is pretty widespread. So if you know about Dockers, if you know how to spin up a container, then you need to get provisioned with writing Docker files and learning more about Docker. So that's on the Docker part. And coming to the cloud providers, we have AWS, Azure, and GCP, which are the prominent cloud providers. So if you are provisioned with AWS already, like you can give a shot on Azure as well as GCP. And coming to networking, security and protocols, we have file transfer protocol, secure file transfer, HTTP, SSL, and DNS, HTTPS, and SSH. So these are the protocols which every DevOps engineer should know. And coming to serverless, we have Cloudflare and AWS Lambda. Like if you have a AWS free account, you can just play around AWS Lambda, which will be useful. And infrastructure provisioning, like we have the de facto standard Terraform, with which we have multiple providers, multiple integrations. So it's better to get expertise in Terraform. And coming to configuration management, a popular choice would be Ansible. So better to learn more about Ansible, get yourself comfortable with Ansible. And coming to CI/CD, which is a very important topic, and we have GitLab CI, GitHub Actions, Circle CI, and Jenkins. So to get started, like as you have already created a free account in GitHub, you can enable GitHub Actions and try to learn about different CI/CD stages and get started with developing simple to complex pipelines. Coming to secret management, Vault is very widely used within different organizations. So it is provided by HashiCorp, the same company who provides Terraform. So better to take a look at Vault. Coming to infrastructure monitoring, we have Prometheus, Grafana, and Datadog. So you can just set it up and try to learn more about infrastructure monitoring. And when it comes to application monitoring, we have Jaeger, New Relic, and Datadog. And let's go to log management. So here we have Elastic Stack, which is the ELK. We call it Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. And we have Loki. So to get started, you can learn more about ELK Stack. And coming to container orchestration, a very popular tool is Kubernetes. So you can gain your expertise in Kubernetes. And coming to artifact management, we have Artifactory, wherein we'll be storing all the artifacts. So you can learn more about that. And when it comes to GitOps, like Argo CD is a popular tool to deploy the containers into the uh, Kubernetes clusters using GitOps principle. So Argo CD is a tool you definitely need to check out. And with respect to service mesh, we have Istio and Consul, which will be useful for service mesh. And these are some cloud design patterns. So if you want to like plan an architecture, you need to be available and readily. You need to learn more about availability, data management, design and implementation, and management and monitoring. So once you learn all these tools, and if you have a good understanding, then your day-to-day activities in DevOps will become much more easier. And the cool part is never stop learning, keep on learning. So that is learning is a lifelong process. So yeah, I wish you all the best in your DevOps career, and see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.